When I first moved to Lagos and I was like house hunting, and every landlord I met would say, "Nah, are you a single girl? Nah, I don't give my compound to single girls." And I had to bring my brother, who is a pastor, to come and vouch for me, to say, she's a good girl, she's in the choir, she's this one, she's that one. And that was when the man gave it to me.
It's International Women's Day, and the women of Pulse decided to have a conversation around trending topics that made it online about women. My name is Damilola, and I've got Ima here with me.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, and I've got Anjola here. Hello. This is our HR.
Anjola is shy.
No, she's not.
She's looking cute for the women out there.
Okay, so first off, before we go into our conversation, I just want to ask, what are the challenges so far being a woman in the corporate environment?
Top of my head is some subtle verbal comments, let me call it abuse, that we get as like compliments, but you know, we don't take, they're sort of like abuse anyway. So yeah, that comes to my head.
Okay. What about Ima?
So I'm kind of new to the corporate world. I'm in a team where I'm the only girl in my team, and I haven't felt any form of offense or anything. Actually, my guys treat me like Beyonce, so I'm cool.
Good. All right, that's so good. I totally agree with her, because on my team, I am the only female too, and they treat me well, really. So shout out to the guys or the men, of course, but it's not about you guys today. It's about the women. So we have tweets here that we will be reading, and we'll share opinions on it. So first up, I'm going, and I have a tweet from Solomon Bucci. Women empowerment is not clapping for young girls who open OnlyFans. Women empowerment is not telling women to go naked on social media because their body, their choice. Women empowerment is not teaching women that family values are old-fashioned. You are tearing down women. Okay, so this is off of Solomon Bucci's post on Twitter. And if I was to share my opinion first off, I'll think women empowerment is different for everybody. Like, different people have different opinions on women empowerment. Personally, for me, I feel women empowerment is a woman that is trying her best in the corporate environment, family values, and who actually she knows how to balance life. You know what I mean? Empower herself and also know how to have fun. True. You know, like, and also balance family values. And yeah, there's a lot of your body, your choice out there. There's a lot of shift in what women empowerment is in society today. But personally, I think women empowerment is a woman who is empowering herself in the career field, either being an entrepreneur, also family values, and knows how to chop life. What do you guys think?
Okay. So for me, I just feel it's like an all-round woman, kind of like buttressing what you just said. So like, an all-rounder, basically, somebody who is, you know, good at everything that she does, and an independent woman, of course.
All right, what about you?
So I see women empowerment as creating a safe space for women to be themselves. So if you want to actually post on OnlyFans and then maybe another woman is cheering you on, great. But for me, and one way that I feel women are being empowered right now in our society is through politics. So there's this foundation called Elect Her, and all what they do is that they put money together. So if you want to run an election, if you want to run for a post as a woman, they would, you know, support you. So that's why I see women empowerment. And so irrespective of the platform, is it politics, is it OnlyFans, wherever you are, as long as there are other people who are pushing you up, great. I don't care about the detriments of whatever it is you're doing, because at the end of the day, everybody has a freedom of choice. No woman or man, freedom of choice. But once you're just stirring up another woman to be more herself or to do whatever she wants to do, as long as it's not hurting anyone in the society, then we're good.
All right, so quick one before we go. I wanted to ask, the statement women empower women or women support women, how true is that statement? Do you agree with it?
So I totally agree with it, because every time I see it, I experience it. I, for one, experience it every time where women actually support women.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, I mean, not in all cases. Let's be honest. Let's be very honest. There'll be some witches out there. There'll be some witches out there.
Witches.
So witches that will be looking like they're empowering you, but they're actually tearing you down. Girl. So I guess It's in between.
Okay, so I totally agree with you because I know that there are some witches. There are some people that, and okay, so I'm not calling out anybody, but especially especially the big female in some places. You see them on social media. They look all nice. They post it every time women support. But the people who work directly with them, what they say is different. Now I know everybody's trying to protect their business, but then again, if you are going to say women empower women or women support women, I think you should say it with your full chest. That's what exactly, and do the work.
Yeah.
So
and be an example. Really.
Exactly. So do you guys agree with the tweets from Solomon Buchi?
Yes.
I disagree with it. Like, let women do whatever they want to do, Solomon. Like, let people, if I want to do OnlyFans and I'm clapping for my sister or my sister is clapping for me, that's fine. That's it. Let people do what they want to do. It's freedom of choice.
I agree with what he's saying because what he's basically saying is there's more beyond all of this when it comes to women empowerment.
Yeah, there's more beyond. That's not a disagreement, but if this is it, this is it. This is it for some people. If this is it for some people, it is it. Yeah.
All right. Well, moving on to the second tweet from Anjola.
Okay. So this tweet is from Jason of Ibadan. I was fired for sexual assault today. I resumed work yesterday. When I got to the office, I saw my colleague. She was looking more beautiful and refreshed after Christmas holiday. So I decided to compliment her beauty. I said to her, "You look so beautiful and your breasts are fuller." He didn't stop there. "Are you sure you're breastfeeding your son at all?" I said this innocently and nothing more. Unfortunately, she got upset and reported me to the management for sexual harassment. This tweet, oh my goodness. Like, you did not stop at, "You look so beautiful and your breasts are fuller." You went on to say, "Oh, are you sure you're breastfeeding your son at all?" I think this is the highest form of verbal sexual harassment. I feel like even the sanction was exactly how it should be, really, going by global standard, really. So I think this was pretty much fair. And it would be a lesson, actually, to other people. Of course, it could pass as not intended, really. So I feel like the sanction attached to this was like very appropriate. So guys, what do you think?
Okay, me first. It's really thin lines because if a guy is like cool with me like that, if we're G's like that, if we're G's like that, and then it's all right. It's all right. I was going to say we're G's like that to be good, but I don't think.
No, there are two faces to it. Don't forget. There's the first face of "you look beautiful." Your breast.
You look beautiful is a good thing. I like to hear that I look beautiful. You understand? Yeah. But when you go to my breast, I'm like.
Then you go to your son.
Then you go to my son. No. Nah, he needed to be fired. And I think the audacity he had to come to social media and now come and seek sympathy. Came to come and say, this is what they've done to me at work. So that we'll come and, "Oh, so sorry, let's cancel your workplace." Is that That's all I have to say.
All right. Okay, so for me, I think audacity is at an all-time high. With that tweet, he should have just ended it at, "You look very beautiful. Keep your opinion to yourself." Like, there are limits to all of this. Even if we are cool or we are guys or we are G's at work, I don't expect you to now start saying my breast is fuller. Am I breastfeeding my son? Bruh, did I complain to you? Did we have that conversation? Did I have an issue? Like, did I tell you that I'm having issues lactating? Like I cringe. And like you said, it wasn't even about what he said to the girl. It's the fact that he came on social media for social sympathy. Like, what were you expecting? I know in this generation, there are a lot of sensitive topics, especially surrounding women, that when it comes to social media, people take like two extreme ends. But this is full on BS.
True.
My opinion.
True.
And I do not agree with it. Okay. Like, I agree with the sanction. I agree with the fact that he got fired, but I don't agree with what he did and going all out to say all of these things.
True. Okay. So, Ima, we can hear from you.
Okay. So, my tweet is from Florence Warmate. I hope I did not butcher your name. #being female in Nigeria. My friend couldn't rent a 3-bedroom house until she presented her fake husband to her landlady. I have actually had experience like this one time when I first moved to Lagos and I was like house hunting. And every landlord I met would say, nah, are you a single girl? Nah, I don't give my compound to single girls. And I had to bring my brother, who is a pastor, to come and vouch for me, to say, she's a good girl, she's in the choir, she's this one, she's that one. And that was when the man gave it to me. But the funny thing was that I reasoned out with him a little bit, because he spoke to me and he's like, that he just thinks that girls will not pay their rent in time. So what do you think about the tweet, and what do you think about my landlord's excuse?
Okay, so what I think really is, I think it's over the ordinary. He went overboard with it, in the sense that he's paying attention to your personal everything is out of place, really. So I think I don't follow these tweets. Like I'm not.
And this particular tweet, it was a landlady that did. So it's a fellow woman that should be uplifting you and actually, helping you. Oh, come into my space and everything, instead of like putting a girl out there. You understand? Because not every compound is safe. So for me, I feel like for a landlady to say this to another girl, it really shows how society is. It shows the reality of society, to be honest. So what do you think about both the tweet and what my landlord told me?
Your landlord just gave a very, very flimsy excuse about women not being able to pay their rent. So far, the person is working, and I feel the person is responsible. The person should be able to, because nobody wants to be pushed out. I know we have like individual differences and individual personalities. There are some people that like to owe, but then let's say, okay, this person is coming to look for a house. You should actually, and the person works. The most important thing, like, you should ask when someone is looking for a house is, what do you do? Yeah. Like, let's know if you have enough income to sustain the rent and to pay, and also other bills attached to you staying in this apartment. That's very important. So your landlord just said that because she said he thinks.
And there might be the factor where she doesn't want too many men in a house, attention, cars parked. Really? Like,
you see, the most annoying thing,
right?
The annoying thing is, if you're staying there and nobody's coming to look for you, they'll start murmuring and start saying a lot of things that when do you want to get married? Nobody has come, you're too independent. So you can't really please anybody. As a landlady, if you're a business person, okay, this person has good standing, be it female, be it male. Obviously, this person is young. Someone will come and look for the person in the house. Like, it's normal.
It's nasty where you now follow suit with how they made this look like, and then you take a male figure, like in Ima's case, take her brother, and then she sees other men. It's nasty.
Yeah, exactly.
It never ends well.
Yeah.
It's nasty.
Yeah, because
it gets really messy. It gets really messy.
I just feel a lot of things are wrong. Yeah, if you're in business of giving out houses or renting apartment, there are other things you should focus on rather than if the person is married. There are some married people that are not even able to pay their rent. So is it because you want to
some married people bringing in other people? So guys, do you agree with this tweet? Do you think that the landlady should have given her the house, whether she has a husband or not?
I agree. She should have given her a house. She's a human being, and if she's able to pay, that's the most important thing.
Actually, she should have given her the house.
Okay, because you're shaking your head, and I was like,
obviously, she should have given her the house. Yes.
Yeah, I take the same stand. So, for me, the bias in this tweet, obviously, is that women, whether we are married or not married, we deserve houses. If we can pay our rent, please, let's not fight about it. Just give me my house. What's the bias in your own tweet?
Okay, so the bias in my tweet is there's a lot to women empowerment, and we shouldn't just make women empowerment a straight line. It's flexible. Women empowerment is different for different people. Let's allow it be.
What about you?
Okay. So the bias in my own tweet is we really should sensitize employees and help them understand that even if they feel that these things come out unconsciously, they should pay attention to their words and their compliments, because they really sometimes do not mean harm.
Thank you so much for being a part of this conversation. Don't forget, you could actually drop your comment in the comment section right here and let us know how you're breaking the bias and whatever challenge you've gone through at your office space or basically as a woman. So from all of us here, we are saying
Happy International Women's Day.
Breaking the bias.